8. Safety Inspection Deck 03. Safety Inspection. ASCII. Alt. Person in charge. Improvement of workplaces. Objectives of inspection. Implementation of inspection. Duration, timing of inspection. Inspection criteria checklist. Person in charge. Knowledge of organization's accident experience. Familiarity with accident potentials and with the standard that apply to his area. Ability to make intelligent decisions for corrective action. Diplomacy in handling personnel and situations. Knowledge of the organization's operations, its workflow, systems, and products. Safety professionals. Company or facility management. First line supervisor or foreman. Mechanical engineer or maintenance supervisor. Employees. Maintenance personnel. Other inspection teams. Contractors' inspection services. Objectives of inspection. Primary purpose. To detect and correct potential hazard before accident occurs. Secondary purpose. To improve operations, increase efficiency, effectiveness and profitability. What needs to be inspected? What aspects of each item need to be examined? What conditions need to be inspected? How often must items be inspected? Who will conduct the inspection? Elements of an effective safety inspection program. The inspection process must be systematic. There must be a method of reporting, evaluating and using the gathered data. What and where to inspect? Physical condition. Equipment, apparatus, appliances you are working with. Your work area. Areas surrounding your work area. High-risk areas. Processes. Behavior, acts. Other items and areas. Inspection items. Tools, power and non-power, and equipment. Machines, utilities, production, etc. Materials and supplies. Material handling equipment. Storage facilities / area and containers. Warning and signaling devices. Work environment, temp, noise, dusts, etc. Housekeeping and waste disposal. Power source equipment. Electrical connections / devices. Fire protection equipment. Fire hazards. Motor vehicle. Office. Personal service and first aid facilities. Buildings and structures. Walkways and roadways. Working surfaces, platforms, scaffolds. Fall hazards. Personal protective equipment. People, human behavior, acts. Loss severity potential of the problem. The potential for injury. How quickly can the part become safe? Past history of failure. Types of inspection. Types of inspection. Continuous inspection. An inspection conducted as part of the worker's job responsibilities in noting and correcting potential danger. It involves noting an apparently or potentially hazardous conditions or unsafe procedure and either correcting it immediately or making a report to initiate corrective action. Sometimes called informal inspection because it does not conform to a set schedule, plan, or checklist. Periodic / interval inspection. A systematic process with specific intervals and widely regarded as real safety and health inspection. Sometimes called planned inspections. Deliberate, thorough, and with systematic procedure that permits examination of specific items or conditions. Two types of interval inspection are regular inspections. Inspections at regular interval which is conducted on a specific area, a specific operation or a specific type of equipment. General inspections is a planned walkthrough of an entire area and includes places not usually inspected. Emergency inspection. An inspection focused on the components of machinery, equipment, materials, structures, or areas likely to result in an immediate unwanted incident. An unscheduled inspection may be needed to correct unsafe conditions. OSH Rule 1047, 5. One of the duties of a safety man, safety officer, conducts health and safety inspection as member of the committee. Inspection tools. Common inspection tools. Inspection forms / sheets / checklists. ASCII. Alt. Inspection checklist. Serve as reminders of what to look for and as records of what have been covered. Objective rather than subjective. Alt. Ask AI. Alt. Clipboards. Pen/pencils. Lockout/tagout equipment. Measuring tape/ruler. Flashlight. Cameras, video cams, and/or tape recorder. Personal protective equipment. Other equipment may also be used. Electric testing equipment. Sampling devices, air, noise, light, temperature. Sampling containers. Calipers, micrometers, feeler gauges. Stopwatch. Other equipment depending on the need of the inspection. Planning and preparation. Includes review of the following. Accident reports. Equipment inspection and maintenance records. Procedures. Previous inspection reports. Other documents. Coordination. With affected persons, if not a surprise inspection. With inspection team, including pre-inspection meeting. Preparation of materials needed. Must not interrupt normal operation. Review of all accidents. Review of previous inspection report. Aware of any potential hazards. Wearing personal protective equipment, PPE. Formulate checklist. Inspection proper. Remember, inspections must not interrupt normal operations. Identification of hazards. Data gathering. Interview of workers. May or may not use checklists or inspection sheets. Seeing versus observing. Seeing. Limited to the sense of sight. It is a physiological process essentially. Observing. Is more of a psychological process. It means to consider carefully, to regard with attention so as to learn something. It means seeing with sufficient care to be able to give an account of conditions and behavior. It is not limited to the sense of sight. Observing includes noticing and noting, and understanding the significance of what is seen. Inspector contact the supervisor before inspection be conducted. Supervisor may accompany inspector. Supervisor be consulted before inspector leaves the area. Inspector discuss each recommendation with supervisor. Supervisor's commitment to the inspector to correct particular condition. Inspection report. Report formats can be bullet type report, narrative/paragraph form, risk assessment format. Other formats. Corrective actions. In making recommendations, be guided by these rules. Correct the cause whenever possible. Immediately correct everything possible. Report conditions beyond one's authority and suggest solutions. Take intermediate action as needed. Prioritize high-risk items. A good tool is risk assessment. Monitoring. At regular intervals, report progress in complying with the safety recommendations. Periodically check what progress toward corrective actions is being made. Monitor for residual hazards and those hazards that were produced by the actions that were made to correct the initial problem. Roles in implementation and monitoring. Management's role. Supports inspection program. Ensure that recommended corrective actions is in an agenda. Decision making especially when money is involved. Safety officer's role. Conduct inspections. Follow-up and monitoring of inspection items. Supervisors and workers' role. Conducts inspection. Execution of corrective actions. Safety and Health Committee. Review reports of safety and health inspections and discuss the findings and recommendations during committee meetings. Conclusion. The objective of a safety inspection are to detect and correct potential hazard before accident occurs. To recognize safe practices and uncover unsafe practices. To promote and maintain established and accepted standards of safety. To improve operations, increase efficiency, effectiveness, and profitability. An inspection is a service to an organization and its workforce, not a burden.